I like that the select and start button now have that third button that makes it look like a little smiley face.
Retro unboxing.
Hello there, viewers. So I've been sat texting my mate this morning because he's been waiting for his new Xbox to be delivered, and it's now 2:45 and it's just arrived.
Yeah. I'll deliver that. I bet you have. Thanks, pal. King. Cheers, mate. It has arrived.
Out goes the Xbox One X.
This is where you find out. Ooh.
What you need for this bit is a big knife.
Return with knife.
Just watch your flaps.
Always.
Right, it's backwards. That didn't come out as well as,
It's hard to tell,
as well as it could have done. Sexy. And we've just got it out of the box. And we've just put it on here with all of the other older Xboxes. There's the original. There's the 360, which was the second Xbox. That is the Xbox One X, which that's kind of the sort of fourth Xbox, because there was the Xbox One and then this was the upgrade to that. And now finally, this bad boy's arrived. The Xbox One Series X. It's not a retro console, but one of the big selling points that Microsoft have been sort of talking about with this console is backwards compatibility. So I've got a few original Xbox games and a few Xbox 360 games, and we're going to try them on this console and see how it plays them. So onto the unboxing. I've not brought my knife with me, but my understanding is that this all peels off nicely. I do feel like I'm touching your missus, mate.
Kind of hot.
Another one this side. Got to do it very carefully, haven't you? Which way shall we open it? How does this open? Oh, there's more stickers. TL. Right, I think that's all packaging off now, isn't it? All the labels are... Fucking hell, I thought that would go in. Jesus Christ.
Edit that bit on.
It is by far the best packaged Xbox, isn't it? That one just had polystyrene. That one had almost nothing.
Yeah.
They were just like those two foam rails.
Yeah, and then a plastic bag.
That was pretty good because it had got this really dense foam.
Yeah.
And this one's definitely the best. Power your dreams. I bet you did have a dream about this last night, didn't you? It's weighty.
Someone is at the front door.
Who's that? It's not another Xbox being delivered, is it?
I hope so.
There's somebody at the door. Oh, that was the cleaner, was it? Yeah. Well, she looked quite tasty from what I could see. I just, well, in fairness, I just saw blonde hair. I don't think it's a coincidence that...
Yeah, no, it was... she's like a 7.
Mate, this is weighty. Just have a...
I feel like I should cradle it.
You should.
Wow.
I know.
Jesus, such a little thing. Surprisingly not as big as I thought it was going to be, based on the fact that everyone's saying it was going to be huge.
It's, yeah. Well, grab your One X and we'll have a look at them side by side. Right then, so let's whip it out of the box. Are you going to be using it horizontally or vertically?
We use it horizontally.
Like so. So we've got, well, is that, I think that's so you can put it on your door. It's a do not disturb, isn't it? It should be. That's exactly what that should be.
It should be.
Do not disturb, I'm on the Xbox and playing with my tail. Right, we'll put this over there out of the way. Now, because this is not the first bloody unboxing of an Xbox, there's been 7,000 already on YouTube, because all the journalists and whatnot get them early, don't they? So I already know that all you're getting here is a power cable, which you won't need because I guess you'll just use the one that's...
No, I use
You're going to go for the one. You're going to use the fresh one. So this is a high-speed HDMI cable. And the reason this is important is because my man Liam, whose Xbox this is, has recently acquired a nice 65-inch OLED 120 hertz LG screen. So that is all fully HDMI 2.1 and 120 hertz ready. So ideal that it came just a week before the console, really, isn't it? So let's now let's have a look at the controller first. We were just discussing the controller this morning, whether it's got haptic feedback, and it hasn't. The PS5 has, but this one hasn't. What surprised me, and what, to be honest, I'm really quite happy about, is the fact that they've not changed the design at all. The main sort of design is identical to, or almost identical to, the Xbox One. It feels nice though. Nice and grippy. Just come and get your hands around that. Come and get your hands around your own controller.
They've made it smaller as well.
You think it's smaller?
It's smaller.
Well, we'll have a look.
I can tell it's smaller because it's sitting in my hand. Yeah, that's smaller.
Fair enough.
Interesting.
Well, we'll grab. I don't know, you know.
It is. It's tiny. I'm telling you now.
Right. So what else have we got in here? Well, there's that, which is of no interest. We've got some batteries. I don't think there's anything else in this box. Batteries, mate. Old school. I think it's the best way though, isn't it? Yeah. Once your PS4 or indeed PS5 lithium ion batteries run out, there's not a lot you can do. Just got to charge it again. This bad boy, just whip some batteries in. I did notice you've got a stock of Duracells at the ready. What I wasn't sure, or what I wanted to see, was what colour that lights up as. I don't reckon these are... I tell you what it is, that's wider, isn't it?
Yeah. You've narrowed it. Small hands. And they've added dimples to the triggers.
Yeah, you say. But look where the body of the controller ends there. I think it's less what is it? Isn't, you know? It's exactly the same size.
Might be different because I bought that controller separate. I wonder if that's the newer version of the controller, maybe.
I don't know. But it's USB-C, so that's good news.
It's good news.
Micro USB was just dog shit, wasn't it? So, well, the debate continues. I reckon that's the same size as the outgoing Xbox One controller, but Liam reckons it feels a bit smaller. I think it's probably just that little bit, that bit there. Whatever. Right, anyway. Console. You're beginning to regret letting me do this, aren't you?
I'm quite enjoying it.
You just want to do it yourself.
I just want to
Right, well let's do it. Let's do it nicely. There's no ripping things off in this game, mate. Right. See, that just happened. Do things gently. Oh, I got the first glimpse of it. You know, like when you're driving to the seaside,
Yeah.
there's that competition to be first to see as you're pulling up. There you go. I like the fact. I like the fact, if I'm honest, that it's matte
Yes.
black. Because all the best consoles are matte. They keep doing remakes, don't they? The E for the Xbox 360, the you know, the slim versions, the slim and light versions. They do glossy versions, and I can't stand them. But look at that. That's a sexy bit of kit, that. I like the fact that there's just that little bit of green detail.
Yeah. A little homage back.
It is. Yeah, well, you say homage, but it's always been there. So, first Xbox, it's all black and green. Second Xbox, I mean, granted, the box is a little bit grey, but it's all about the kind of green motif, isn't it? And then the same with this one. What I was disappointed with this one was that they'd gone for a white LED
Yeah. There.
behind the power button, and I think this is the same. Yeah, I want that to be green, like on the 360.
Back in the original.
Yeah. But anyway, we digress. So, what the hell's that for?
Air vent.
That's just an air vent, is it?
Yeah. A lot of it's just air vent.
Weird. And then on the back, 2 normal USBs. What I don't see is a USB-C. That's probably to stop you from using an external drive, isn't it? So you've got to use their Microsoft's own external SSD, which is a bit naughty, but it's the way of the world, isn't it? I notice on this there's no on the Xbox One X you'd got HDMI in, so you could do all of the TV malarkey. Whereas on this one you've just got HDMI out. Then you've got your SSD slot, power, Ethernet, and a couple of standard USBs.
Interesting. And they're optical, aren't they?
Is that going to be a problem for you with
Not
Sonos
for
or
me,
anything?
No,
Because you've got the arc going through the... Yeah, of course. Interestingly, it's identical in height, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's get these facing the front. So we've got them together. That way. And that way. They do look, I mean, they're clearly brothers, aren't they? They're clearly... I mean, actually, it looks almost like it could be an extension. That looks like it could be one console, doesn't it, almost? That's pretty cool.
Interesting. They've gone away from infrared as well. So is that running on? Is this now Bluetooth then?
It was always Bluetooth, wasn't it? Or 2.4G wireless.
It's just whipped out what they didn't need.
But yeah, the similarities are... I mean, obviously, other than this being a giant monolithic square cube thing, there's a lot of similarities. But there again, people haven't come here to have a look at the Xbox One X.
It's literally...
It's a mil, isn't it? It's a couple of mil.
Just shoot a little bit off the edges.
Yeah. Anyway, I think what we're going to do, we're just going to stand it next to all of the other consoles, won't we? And the controllers, and then we better get it plugged in. Get it hooked up to the telly. Right, well, this was literally just a sort of photo opportunity moment. This Xbox is mine. This one's mine, this one's my man's, and now this one's my man's. So it was just a case of getting them all together so we could see them. I do like the fact that they're all matte black. So there's that kind of, you can see the growth. You can see this is the second generation controller for the original Xbox, but you can see that that's barely changed from Xbox with the S controller to the 360 to the Xbox One, and now to the Xbox Series X. They've changed very, very little, but all for the better. So now the only thing we can do is get this bad boy plugged in and let's have a look at some games. Liam, there you go, sir. You can have it now.
Cheers, pal.
There you go. Go for it. I'll get it nice and centre and square. There you go. It's probably the last time you'll ever see it.
Looks like the old one now.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
Not work. I turned it on at some point.
Yeah.
Moments of suspense.
Yes, you got me worried for a second there.
Now we have power.
Try turning it on from the controller.
It won't work straight from the controller.
Well, I thought that, but when I unboxed the Elite
Yeah.
360, that did,
Oh,
and it had never been touched. Boom. Get used to that. So this is going to update in the same way that a phone. So somewhere along the line, your Xbox One X has uploaded its settings to the internet somewhere.
The cloud.
And now when you connect this console,
Yeah, it will.
this one's going to then download that information.
Yeah,
and
so
set this one up per your old one.
yeah, so the plan is when it comes on, it should look and have everything on that my old one had. So far, so good. Shows it on there. Next. Yep. Now you see, this is something that they all should use now.
Basement Xbox.
Sounds very serial killer. Or do I do start fresh?
But personally, mate, that's exactly what I would do.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's no noise from it whatsoever.
No, you're right. It is.
It doesn't even sound like it's on.
Oh, there's a very little bit. Firmware for the controller.
Now you see, that's interesting as well, because you can do it over the air now. You had to plug it in before.
I didn't know you could update your controller at all.
You had to plug it into USB into that for it to work, whereas they've changed that now.
I like that the select and start button now have that third button that makes it look like a little smiley face.
And it has kept.
It has kept your stuff.
Well, it's kept. It hasn't kept my games, but they are in my library, I would imagine.
Oh, we're getting a whopping 1.5, 1.3. That's because everybody in the world is doing this all at the same time, isn't it?
Yeah, it's this.
Refresh rate, there we go.
There we go, 120 tick. Done. so it's also as you need it to be. 0.18 milliseconds latency. That's good for Call of Duty.
Well, first things first, mate. Seeing as this is the retro unboxing channel,
See if it goes.
we'll get an original Xbox game and a 360 game.
Let's do it.
And we'll get those on. That didn't kind of fall exactly out. What's he gonna pick?
I would say it would be.
What's he gonna pick?
Not to go with an Xbox original game.
What's he gonna pick?
So let's go with.
What's he gonna pick?
Let's go with Halo.
Halo.
The original.
The first Xbox game.
Yeah. Let's see if it works. First disc into the console. Is it gonna work?
Well, shit.
It's interesting. So the original Halo game by Microsoft team does not work
That's annoying.
on the Xbox.
Right, second pick.
Well, off the back of that then, let's go Forza.
Forza, it's got to be, isn't it? It's got to be. What's the disc not being? Ha.
There it is. If this doesn't work, I think we should move to a 360 one.
Indeed. Well, fuck you.
That's really interesting.
It was it was one of the major selling points, wasn't it?
I think, yeah. I wonder if, though, you go into...
Shall we try? Let's try. In Halo 2. What, you think it might need an update?
Potentially.
Putting all these peasanty old discs in your
Let's
brand
go
new.
in. Right, so let's just check a little something. Let's go 360.
Let's just try one more.
Well,
Go
you're
on.
going to go one more normal, it's got to be need to then. So far it's 0 for 3. Oh no, Project Gotham. The game that started it all for us.
Well, for me, Halo 2 was the start of Xbox Live. This game is not playable.
There you go. That's 0 for 4. I'm laughing.
Right. The 360 selection.
So for my metal, it's got to be Call of Duty, mate. 'Cause that game was obsessive. Oh, it's making more noise than the other. Oh,
Yeah, but it's a 5.8 gigabyte, which sounds pretty
that's
much.
the full game.
That's the game.
Gotta be, hasn't it?
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
the fact is, we can go on it. So let's just,
Did you click download?
I did. So let's just check.
And that's because
Oh,
that game
wow.
was already. Jesus.
Starting at a good speed. Bearing in mind time of day as well. The original Call of Duty.
I mean, this is not going to look any better. It's not remastered. It's
No, it's just the
going to
original.
play. Yeah, they really should remaster this one. Though. Right then, guys, so that's basically the end of the video now. It kind of ended a little bit abruptly. We sort of forgot that we were filming, to be honest. We just got pretty excited downloading the new Assassin's Creed Valhalla and Watch Dogs Legions. And this is a retro gaming channel, so that kind of concluded that business. So thanks very much to Liam for giving me or letting me have the opportunity to go and do the unboxing with him. I'd not managed to secure one of these consoles for launch day. It's fantastic, to be fair. I think it's probably going to be a couple of months now before I manage to get one picked up myself. I was hoping to see, a couple of the old Xbox One games. Like Liam said, it's a shame that Halo hasn't just been kind of almost a mainstay or a absolute. This one must work. This must play on an Xbox, but I'm sure it'll be available or it'll work. We'll have a bit more of a look into the backwards compatibility in a later video. But in the meantime, thanks very much for watching. Oh, if you haven't, please do give us a like and a subscribe. If it's not already uploaded before this video is uploaded, I've recently unboxed a brand new sealed Nintendo Game Boy, which as far as I can tell hasn't before been done on YouTube. So keep an eye out for that. I've got loads more content to come, loads more videos, loads more games consoles, loads more mobile phones. So give us a like, give us a subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.
Retro Unboxing.